Hello, my brother. Working on the cupola today. You can see I started painting it. I've been up there half a dozen times to cut that crazy roof line. Absolutely ridiculous. You just get it as best you can, I guess. I found it to be very frustrating. I cut it with a jigsaw, big pain in the ass. This piece comes off of that, which makes it a little bit lighter going up and down. I got some 2x4s cut for the inside. So basically I'll have two 2x4s stacked up going across on each end. And the only other thing I'll tell you is there's a slope. See where my fingers are? Two of the edges are sloped to go with the roof line. Although quite honestly, it doesn't come all the way down to the roof line. So anyway, here's the product right here. Indoor, outdoor. This is phenomenal paint. A variety of colors, $6 a can at Home Depot. I bought 5 cans. I've used one on all of that, and I've got 4 left. Obviously, I'll end up probably using 2.5 cans. But anyway, it'll go up on the second roof line on the far side in between the fireplace back there where I have a Romex wire coming through the ridge vent. And of course, me being a loser, I don't have any bell boxes, no fixture outlets or anything like that for it. So looks like I got to make another trip to the depot. All right, it's not going up today, but I just wanted to update you. Have a great day, my friend. Okay, continuing the work. You can see these are going to be the 2x4s, the first set that are down on the roof up there where the new cupola is going to go, right up in the center of the screen there. Actually, you can see a Romex wire hanging out. I'm going to have it illuminated. There's a switch inside the house to control. I'll have a flood head in there, a 60-watt LED lamp. So the work continues using that Bear indoor-outdoor paint. It's a spray paint. It's really nice. You can see over here, obviously the base is in the house. That's painted. Then this is the second section. Now inside here, there's glass. There's pieces of glass that completely slide down into the slots and lock all of this in. And then obviously there'll be a light fixture inside here that'll illuminate it. Then the copper dome piece goes up right here. And then we'll be ordering a weather vane that'll then sit up at the top. So these things come all white. It's like they're made out of like a plastic composite. Pretty rugged. I'm impressed with the quality. But white doesn't go with the cabin, so I found some beautiful espresso brown. We're really happy with this color. And that's where we are now. So maybe tomorrow, if it's a sunny day, I'll get up on the roof and get the base mounted. I'll be using some roofing tar on the 2x4s, driving sheetrock screws down into the roof. And those are inside the base piece. And then from the outside, I'll go with sheetrock screws into the 2x4s to anchor it. It should go together pretty well once the base is in. So you can see that I have the cupola in the 3 pieces. So you have the base right here, which I ended up scribing a cardboard template and then cutting that out with a jigsaw. So basically inside here on either side will be 2x4s that'll get sheetrock down into the roof. I'm gonna double them up, so one then another. On both sides, the front and the back, and I'll have roofing tar underneath as well to make a nice seal. And then that will allow me to take sheetrock screws from the outside in all the way around like that and basically anchor it with galvanized sheetrock screws. At that point, the middle section, I will take the pieces of glass, slide them in. They have retainers that get mounted that hold the glass in. And then that piece drops over the base. Then it has 4 stainless steel sheetrock screws that go around and hold that on. Then the copper top, which stands probably 22 inches tall, fits on top of this, same principle, with 2 sheetrock screws per side that hold that on. Also up top, I will wire up a floodlight. And then there's a hole in the center right there. For now, I'll just put a piece of tape over it to keep the water out. But that's where the rods go in to assemble the weather vane. So this came from Cloder Farms. It is 24 inch by 24 inch. Perfect size for a 28-foot roof line, which is what our addition is. All right, I just put the 4 pieces of glass in. Cleaned it up nice. You can see the nice shine that it has. The glass, I'll just lift up to show you. You can just slide it up. See it sliding up right there? Be easier to just keep it in like that to get it up on the roof. Now there's some brackets that I'm going to attach right here that slide over and keep it in place. Okay, just a quick look at the tabs. They use like a square shank screw, and it goes down in, and then these are on an angle and they just slide over. Let's see, let's back that out. You can see how it just slides over above the glass. Okay, just took a few moments to take some copper cleaner and basically polish the top of this cupola. Copper will tarnish as it sits. You wait long enough, this will turn black when it's outside, and then it'll finish off a green color when it's done. We haven't decided if I'm going to buy the coating. There's a coating that you can put on it if you want the copper to stay shiny like this year round. So we'll give that some thought. We got a little bit of time, but kind of in the go position now for tomorrow. Cupola install on top of the roof. Okay. Just getting everything staged up here. Most of my parts to do what I need are in this bucket. Climb up this first roof, carefully step over the soffit onto the second roof, and then we'll be heading up that way. Okay, so good. So the base has been placed. You can see I'm level. Very happy with that. I got my 2x4s up here, my roofing cement. Should work out pretty good. Got some more supplies sitting over there on top of the chimney. Yeah, so basically I'm just gonna take some of this, put it on the bottom side of the 2x4, goop it up really good. You'll notice that this edge is brown intentionally for any of the wood that may show at the very bottom. That's all, just for cosmetic purposes. And I'll do the back side and the front side and just kind of get them into position. Then they'll both be gooped up. Then I'll be taking the sheetrock screws and firing them down into the roof. Okay, just like buttering a piece of bread. There we go, all gooped up. We're gonna place that in there on the base. Second piece, we're gonna get that placed. All right, we'll get the sheetrock screws out, get down to business. All right, 3 long sheetrock screws through the first 2x4 from my base. Now there's going to be a second one coming up, and I'm probably going to even put some silicone along there as well and just kind of really seal it off good. But that's what we have so far. Not bad. 6 holes through the roof. Okay, you can see I did some extra sealing with the roofing tar along the high side of the 2x4. Now my second set of 2x4s went in, and this just gives me more wood to screw into. When you talk about putting screws in on the ends right here, as well as across the base. You'll notice a little gap right there, but it's filled in underneath it by the 2x4. So far pretty good. We'll get this sheetrock screwed into the bottom piece now, and then we'll get it perfectly level and start putting some of the securing screws in. I have duct seal, I have brown caulking, and we'll seal this thing all up nice. After I'm happy with the base being strong, sealed up nice, we'll do the electrical and throw that box in there. Nice. Okay, basically I got 16 galvanized sheetrock screws in this 2x4 assembly. It anchored very, very well. And as you can see, the base is dead nuts level, so far so good. Now I think to keep bugs out and things, I'm gonna I've got some expansion foam, and I've got some brown caulking, so I got a few different options to continue to seal up the base, and then I'll start on the electrical. Okay, I use some of that expansion foam. This is the stuff for doors and windows so it doesn't expand too crazy, but that'll seal the inside up nice, and you might see some of it coming out a little right there. Well, now with that good seal, I can just take my brown silicone caulking and run a bead on the outside and dress it up as well. So let's see how the other side looks. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, you can see my bell box is prepped. This is going to end up getting anchored like so. The Romex will come around and go in, and then we'll set up the socket. Okay, you can see my bell box, Romex connector. We'll hit that grounding screw, and then I'll show you the socket that I have and the cover that I have. So it's coming out nice. Okay, you can see they give you a grounding screw right there for the socket. So I put a long 12-inch piece on there. That way it's long enough to wrap around the green screw on the box. Then it'll splice onto the equipment ground. And then black to black, white to white, easy 120 install. This comes from a switch down inside the family room, so we will control when we want this cupola illuminated. Okay, just an update. Got the bell box secured, tied in. I've got a special 60 watt LED lamp that's going in there. Should be pretty nice. I got it aiming up so it'll illuminate out of all the window panes. So the base has gone pretty well. Gonna go put a lamp in it, go down and turn the switch on, make sure it works before I start assembling the rest of the cupola. Okay, you can see I just took some brown silicone, did a bead along the outside, a little extra protection. So obviously the foam's in there. We got brown silicone on the outside. This thing looks like it's sealed up pretty good. Once again, there we go. You can see the base. I'll also take some of my paint and paint over those screws. I got that spray paint. We'll dress that up a little bit, but yeah, really happy with it. All right, gotta go turn this light bulb on, make sure it works. Okay, you can see that the light is lit. Got my install date there. And yes, I hauled this heavy bitch up. Highly recommend you have a second pair of hands when you do this, guys, but now we got to fit this over the top, and then it gets sheetrocked onto the base. Okay. After some serious wrestling to get this piece to fit on, probably because of the paint. You know, the tolerances are very, very tight. All right, so that's good. I think I can touch up some stuff with the paint now, and then the last thing will be the roof. Not bad. This is just sitting here now under its weight. There's some long screws that go in each side. I'm going to put them in next. Okay, you can see I have the 4 screws in the go position. They use this square shanked tip. So we'll put those in. That'll lock the middle section into the base. I'll do a little bit of painting and then be ready for the copper top. You can see the that paint just covers the sheetrock screws beautifully, and I was even able to feather it into the silicone, so you really have a nice match. All right, one more piece, and then we'll be in need of a weather vane in the near future. For now, once I get the top up, I'm gonna make some measurements from the top down to see how long the rod needs to be, because sometimes for these larger cupolas you have to have extension rods. But I'm gonna get that prepped, get that back up here, and probably just put some tape or some duct seal on the opening on the top, just to keep the water out of it until we have the weather vane. Okay, a little duct seal in there just to keep water out. And then from the top of this to to a board that goes across with a recessed hole in it is 14 inches. So when I buy my weather vane, I need to consider that the first rod is going to go in here 14 inches. So I probably have to buy an extension rod, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So we'll get this up on the roof and get this thing mounted next. Okay, one gorgeous 24-inch by 24-inch cupola. There are 2 screws on each side, one there and one there, all the way around. The the copper top is heavy. The middle section is heavy. It's it's pretty big. It'll be definitely the prominent figure on this roof line. Once again, this is a 28-foot roof line. This is a 24-inch by 24-inch base cupola. We're looking at a couple different options for the weather vane. Can't wait. For now, I just got some duct seal on the top right there to keep the water out. Can't wait to see this thing illuminated tonight. You can see the lights on right now. Yeah, it's gonna be nice to go down in the front yard and look at it, see how it looks. Wow, really happy with it. Thank you very much, Paxton and Val. They spotted this thing for me, and there was a hell of a sale, and they let me in on it. So picked it up last fall, I think. So thanks a lot. Something that we wanted to get up on this roof line for a lot of years.